kind of hit a wall. I've been doing really good today, and I just hit a wall. Um, I don't mean I literally hit a wall. I mean I'm just really tired all of a sudden. Um, I'm gonna have to leave you in a minute, not permanently. I'm just gonna go and take my bread out of the oven. That's why I'm saying my timing's all off. Sorry, excuse me. Bit of supper in my teeth there. Haven't had a chance. I gotta open the window. It is so hot in here. Hey, hey, hey. So I'm gonna wait till everybody gets in here before I start saying hi to everybody. I got some microgreen seeds in the mail this week, and I have a sprouter, so I'm gonna be sprouting some microgreens. And thank you, Patricia, for the burpee multicolored sweet pepper. I got all excited, and then I thought, oh, I hope they're not the miniature ones, but they're not. These are, I've already got like 15 plants, pepper plants going, but these are Carnival Blend. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And they are a colorful blend of 5 bell-shaped varieties. Includes 20% of California Wonder, 20% Diamond, which I assume is the white ones, 20% Golden California Wonder, 20% Sunshine, and 20% Purple Beauty. I think I'll plant those in a completely separate bed. Hey, hey, hey! So I've had a really busy day. Angela! Okay, let me pop this out now. Let me just first pop out the participants and say hello. Oh, let me F11 this. Oh no, I already did F11 this. What am I doing? Okay, okay, here we go. Angela Passmore, Seashell Surf Hawaii, City Child, Hot Child in the City. She's just a crafty girl. Freedom Sassy, Kathy Ponder, Linda Bopp, Lori McChesney, Minnesota Farmer's Wife, Tanya, Rita Svet, Sherry Leach, Simply Jessica, Willow's Garden, and let me just pop out my chat now. And away we go. Hey Donna, Pam, how's it going? So, I gotta take my bread out of the oven in a minute. I tried something new today. I made 4 vegetable bread. I thought it was only 3 vegetable, but then I forgot that there was onions in my sludgy potatoes. And that's all I'm telling you. You'll see the video hopefully tomorrow if I have the energy. Hey, hi, Pam. As soon as I have the energy to, if I have the energy to edit it tonight. Tonight. So, and I was smart. I also made pizza because I was making bread. It dawned on me, why am I not making pizza? Leona 1959, I just wanted to give a shout out to the people that did send me seeds. I must have messed up and didn't get my list. Well, I mean, when I do it again in the fall, I'm going to tell people, if this name comes up in your address box, in your email, that is me from the Seed Exchange. For your country, Oh, it's I was hoping. I don't want to talk about the bread recipe because I was really I just realized I hadn't eaten all day, and I made pizza for supper, had 2 pieces, and I made it really thin crust. It's delicious, but there was enough left over because I used the big pizza pan to have 2 pieces for Howie's lunch tomorrow, and to put another in a small one in the freezer for his lunch another day. Hey, Leanne, Lynn Smith, Ninja Clan Kathy. So, yeah, I've made, but this is not just your everyday bread. Not just your everyday bread. So, you're gonna see it. How's it, Bubba? He got his needles on Tuesday, so I haven't seen him. I haven't been on FaceTime with him yet. He's, you know, he went to the doctor Tuesday and he was kind of cranky yesterday. And today he's feeling better but sleeping a lot. So, hello from Long Island, Cheryl. How you doing? I need a good pizza dough. Do you make bread, Linda? I don't understand how people have a hard, like, I can understand how people have a hard time making bread. I really can understand that. What I don't understand is once you get, it's like math. Once it clicks in your head on how to do it, it's almost impossible to kill after that. Hey, Mary. Hi, Misty. How's it going? Really, seriously, you want a good pizza dough recipe? 1 cup of flour, half a teaspoon instant yeast. I'm not going to give you a recipe over here. You'll see. It's just, I was making bread and I rolled out some bread dough and used it for pizza, and I rolled it really thin and it was thin and crunchy. Oh, smoke of the sacred white sage. We go. Oh, there's my bread. There's my bread. Hi, Helen. All right, because it's a video, I'm going to take a few minutes because I have to finish filming it for the day. Oh. Oh. Are you going to have a piece of this bread, Howard? Good. Okay, because I have bread open already. I have to slice it though for the video. What? I don't want so. Yeah? Without one? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, shit. I'm live too. Hang on. Oh, that is. I'm coming. Sorry, guys. I forgot my camera. Whew. Ow. My hands are taking a beating. All right, our timer has gone off. Yeah, I hear ya. Look at that. Let's see. That's how you know it's done, when it sounds hollow. Howie. Darling, I'm recording. Ow, 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 ow. Well, it looks like our 4-vegetable bread is a success. Now I know what to do with that baby food I never gave to my grandson. Now I'm just going to kiss up here, let it cool down under the cloth so that we don't get a really crusty crust. And we'll be back later to slice them up. Oh yes, that's some beautiful bread. Sorry, folks. You know how it is when it's got to come out of the oven. It's got to come out of the oven on video if I'm making a video. I got a call from my mom this morning. My uncle found his wife on the floor, passed away. Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Hey, Tigger bouncing. I'm so sorry to hear that, Karen. It is Karen, right? I'm just catching my breath. I'm so sorry for your loss, Karen, and your families. My goodness, Seashell, look at you rocking the place. Yes, tomorrow is Freaky Friday, and it will not be switched to Sassy Saturday because Saturday we're going to Brookville to visit Angie. And so you'll get some video footage from what Howie's doing at Angie's house. No, I don't put G on the bread. You know what I do? I just put it on the tablecloth, and then I wrap it back up in the tablecloth while it's still hot, and it steams itself into soft crust. Excuse me. I've been running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for the last couple of hours. So 40 degrees Celsius here today. Wow. That you've got to either be in New Zealand or Australia, because in Australia you're at the height of summer, isn't it, for you? Hello, Angela. So yes, I still have time. Oh, I almost had a panic attack. I thought I lost my pretty color peppers. I'm going to plant some of them. I'm going to end up giving a bunch of plants away. South Australia. My nephew and his family live in New South Wales in a little place called, I can't remember the name of it. What the hell's it called? It's called New South Wales. 64 Fahrenheit today. Well, we had snow today. We're in the middle of a cold snap, but you can't tell it by me, right? At least nothing's melting anymore. So I'm glad, because we're going to Angie's to get some work done this weekend. So we'll be tapping trees hopefully next weekend. 70 Fahrenheit in Pittsburgh. It couldn't have anything to do with that toxic plume from Ohio, eh? 86 tomorrow in Florida. Oh, God. See, this is when I'd be going to Florida. February, March. Well, before spring break. You know what I mean? But we're going to Angie's on Saturday. And I'm going to edit the bread video tonight for tomorrow. Yeah. We were talking. Hi, Lori. How are you? Minnesota's farmer's wife, Angela Shepherd. Okay. The way I see it is, remember how we were talking? Now, let me figure out how I'm going to say this. How we were talking about the mini cities with districts, and everyone's saying, "Oh, I'm living off grid. I'm going to move in the country." It's not going to do any good if that's what is coming, because if you look at all the accidents that have happened just in Ohio recently, two derailments, one with coal and one with all those other horrific things that they decided to burn, which makes it the most horrific toxic gas. When they burnt that chlorine, whatever it was, they turned it into toxic gas and shit for an 8-mile radius. Started dying animals and stuff. Anybody in that plume who has not been immediately evacuated may never be able to have children. You know, I mean, it's just horrible. So how are they going to get us off the land, folks? They're going to poison it from under us. But that's all politics, and I'm not talking that today. Some of you are really chilling. Yeah, I actually didn't get out of bed till 11 today. I just stretched and snuggled with Gracie because I knew my dishwasher's working, my kitchen was ready for action. So I got up and I made my bread sponge. That's the only thing you didn't see on video. And you know how I made my bread sponge? I took I made potatoes, canned potatoes last night. I made meatloaf. Not meatloaf. What did I make for supper? Oh no, Howie had shawarmas. The night before, I made meatloaf, and I just drained a quart of my home canned potatoes and saved the water in the fridge. And then I added broccoli to the potatoes, and I buttered them and salt and peppered them and threw them in on a sheet beside the meatloaf. That was really good. But I use the potato water. From now on, I'm saving my vegetable water. If I'm not saving it for soup, I'm going to use it in bread. Because that's what I used to start the bread was the cold potato water, and then I put some water from the kettle. And all it is your basic sponge, okay? Think about it this way. It's not rocket science if you do it this way. It's much, much easier, okay? It makes things... Hey, Natalie. Hi, Alice. How's it going? You're not overdoing it, are you, Natalie, with the unpacking and stuff? You could know. Well, Howie took the last of the meatloaf in his lunch today. So he had meatloaf for 2 days in a row for lunch, and tomorrow he's getting pizza because I made enough for him to have lunch, and I actually have a small one I'm going to freeze for lunch for him for another day. Is the bread softer with the potato water? I don't know. But you know what I forgot to put in was butter. But I did add a little bit of olive oil to each one. So it's a bit of a laborious process the way I made it today. You don't have to do it the way I did it today. I just did it because, sometimes you just make bread, twice a week or once a week. You just want to do something, think outside the box. And the way Howie eats the bread, it needs more nutrients in it. He went to the cardiologist today. He's doing fabulous. And he's even down. They've taken him off 2 medications. So I'm still perfecting bread making right now. I'm hit or miss. Okay. This is the way I do it is kind of like the way Angie does it, kind of like sourdough, but it's not. All right. What I do, because I have the KitchenAid, but you can do this in an ordinary everyday stainless steel bowl, is I put 2 cups of warm water, a tablespoon of sugar, okay, a couple of teaspoons of instant yeast or regular yeast if you want. Then you throw in flour and you whisk it until it's like wallpaper paste. And then you just cover it and set it in your oven with the door closed. You don't need the light on. You can put the light on, but it might get too hot. But you can put the light on. And so I leave it sometimes. I do it before I go to bed, and then I get up and I get my bread ready in the morning. So what you end up with overnight or several hours later, like if you do it first thing in the morning, is this bubbling goo. And it's now all the yeast is all activated and everything wants to rise. So the only thing you can do to kill it is to add too much flour and too much salt. So you take your bubbling water, sugar, yeast, flour sponge out of the oven, like out of wherever you've put it to bubble up, and then you start mixing in flour. And you just do it until it's smooth and alive. You don't want it dry and flaky. You want it almost stretchy, slightly sticky, but not too heavy, right? So I cheated. I cheat. I use my KitchenAid mixers. It is excellent news on Howie. I know. And it's what's really weird is the doctor's office, the pharmacy, there's 3 nurses and 2 doctors at the clinic. And they've been changing his meds all over the place. It's been mad. And then the cardiologist going, this stuff you shouldn't even be taking. It's proven that it doesn't do anything for your heart. So he took him off that, took him off something else. So no, it's not a witch's brew. It's a bread sponge. Because it comes up looking like a sponge. It comes up like this bubbly, it looks like a sponge because of the holes and the bubbles in it. And if it isn't bubbly, then you put it back and you let it sit longer. It's almost like a sourdough starter, but you do it overnight. I just cover it and put it in the oven. But I did that this morning before I made pancakes for Howie for breakfast. Oh, I've got to make more pancake mix. I made pancakes for Howie for breakfast this morning. I made him his meatloaf sandwiches on homemade bread for lunch. He had homemade pizza for supper. And all of these things, because they're scratch made, there's a whole lot less additives and calories and fats you don't know anything about, right? Moon snowflakes. I almost started singing, I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. And Seashell, yes, darling, you are doing an amazing job. She always does. God love her. Mahalo. Thank you, sweetie. So tomorrow, and everything's coming up. I only have one hollyhock coming up, though. There may be time for more. But I'm going to have, because I got like 10 or 12 Wisconsin pepper plants. I didn't think they were going to come, and then all of a sudden they just took off. And now I have these. So I'm going to put these in a separate thing because I want to grow these separately. Aren't they lovely? Look at them. Pretty colors. Thank you, Kathy. Hey, Bev, other half is gluten-free. Do you think it would work with corn flour? No, darling. If he's gluten-free, make him cornbread. But no, you can't. There's certain things. What makes bread is the gluten in the flour. I have a gluten-free bread recipe on our half-acre homestead because I tried going gluten-free. It damn near killed me. But I don't have a gluten-free. I have one gluten-free bread recipe, but no. You can't make bread without the gluten in the flour unless you add things like xanthogum and guar gum and all these other things to make it stable. But you can do it, just not the way I do it. It's, you know what I mean? I got an egg today. Yay! Oh, I remember my first egg. It was that big. Oh, I miss my chicken. I said to Howie, I said, do you think there's some way we could overwinter like 3 laying hens? Like maybe we could put a little coop on the deck or something. You know what I mean? But that's where we do all our firewood too. But maybe we could do a little coop somehow that would be fine with just a red floodlight and then an LED light coming off and on for 12 hours a day. Yeah, it's very exciting when you guys, you know what? Do you want to hear what a horrible parent I am? First time we got like 3 eggs and they were peewees. They were really, really tiny. So I soft boiled them and made little toast fingers and I gave them to Arthur. Because I didn't know if you could eat the first eggs out of a chicken or not. I wanted to see. So I tested them on my child. He was only 6. Arthur loves toast and eggs, or he did love toast and eggs before he went GF. But it was like, these were like little presents. It was just cute as my freesias are blooming. Totally made my day. Well, my zinnias are coming up. I've got more marigolds coming up. All my peppers came up. Everything's coming up, including the herbs. So I am going to be transplanting tomorrow. I'm going to be transplanting peppers. And do you want to see? You want to see? Come on, I'll show you. I'm going to cover this so I don't make you seasick as I walk. Oh! Oh! Oh, boy. Can you mute that for a second, dear? You hear that engine, folks? Yeah, Howie's watching car stuff. Okay. Now, one of the things I love about these lights is that when you want to water, you just bend them back. Now, look at all the marigolds that are coming up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See how they're all coming up with their little black seed on them? And there's my cabbages and my celery, oh the babies, and my Spanish onions. Here are my zinnias. This is cumin. This is parsley. That's rosemary. So that is cilantro. And look at all the extra Manitoba tomatoes I got. Manitoba tomatoes. Now here are my other marigolds. There's another Manitoba tomato. And this is basil. And these are all the peppers I started. They're going to be transplanted soon. I got one lone hollyhock. I'm hoping it's just being slow. But you know, it only takes one to come into flower after the second year and you got them forever. So there they are. Let's go back into the, quickly, you can't see those. Let's go back into the office. Sorry to disrupt your show, darling. Well, everyone says I start too early, especially where I live in Canada, but that's why I start them so early. I'm going to bed soon. I start them, oh no, I have to edit. I start them early because things like tomatoes and cabbage, they'll get several, the tomatoes especially, will get several transplantings, right? Like soon, those Manitoba tomatoes, when they get to be about that big, the ones that I've already transplanted, they're going to go into beer cups, you know, those plastic beer cups. And then they're going to go right down to the leaves again. So I've got a lot of work yet to do. I don't need rest. I just need to sit still for a minute. I've used the black tip down for marigold seed trick today. Thanks. Well, I'm telling ya, and it looks like the ones that I punched down were the ones that are growing. Oh my goodness. Whew. Gotta open my window. Tell you what. Ooh, that's cold. And my plants are really, I switched this out because I have one light that went blue, but my plants are really loving it being in here, those two plants, because, sorry guys, I'm all over the place here. Because, you know what? I have never seen me grow such a healthy spider plant. It's all my smoke. I'm starting cabbages, broccoli, and twisted leaf cauliflower. What is twisted leaf cauliflower? I have no luck with houseplants. This is like they're right in my face. Oh, is that too cold, babies? I'm sorry. We'll just leave it open a little crack. There we go. Yeah, I have a tendency to kill houseplants. That's why I stick to cactuses and things that really live, that are really tough, you know? How do you kill a spider plant other than not watering it? You know? I love having plants in my office. I know there's not a lot of room for anything in here, but I love having plants in my office. Hey, City Girl Homestead, have you been canning lately? Did you can something? What have you been canning lately, City Girl? Wendy! Wait till you see the bread I made today, Win. Nothing lately. Sing to your plants, Bev. They will grow. I talk to my baby plant. I talk to my baby plants. Every morning I turn the lights on and I go down and I go, is there anybody new today? Oh, look at the babies. I love it's life, isn't it? It's when you look outside and everything's covered in snow and your driveway's getting plowed and the banks are 4 feet high, you know, having something growing to talk to, and you know, it just makes you feel like spring's right around the corner. Going to be using up stuff. Excuse me. Helen Burke, I have inherited my mom's sewing machine now to get busy. Ooh. Hey, critter lover Jesse. How's it going, sweetheart? So, yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Just baking bread, putting away canning, debating on, you know, what I've got to, like, I got Howie to pick up some groceries on his way home. No, it's not a video because my island was covered in bread and pizza and flour when he brought home the groceries. And I was in the middle of making the pizza, so I couldn't just clear everything off and show you the grocery thing. But he spent $144, got 3 bags of milk, 3 bricks of cheese, 9 legs, full legs of chicken with the backs attached. He got some coffee. The only thing I forgot to get, milk, cream. Oh, don't worry about if you're late or not. So he spent $144. And you know what I found out? I'm almost out of butter. You know how I had like 30 pounds of butter in my freezer in like September? That just shows you how much I bake. Well, how much Christmas baking. The Christmas baking put a real dent in my butter for sure. Has anyone ever grown bok choy or wasabi radishes? I'm new to all this. I have. Actually, I better put those seeds in here. I got to keep them in something or the mice will get into them. I have baby bok choy, and I'm going to try some this year if I don't go crazy and plant all my beds at once and then go, oh, I forgot the baby bok choy. But I've got, let's see, I could have swore I had baby bok choy in here. Leeks, tomatoes, leeks. Ooh, I should try some of these. Are these the same as zucchini, guys? It says early summer crookneck. Is that like zucchini? I only have 2 pounds left. Oh, do you know what? I ran out of onions. I ran out of onions yesterday. So what have I learned? That when onions go on sale, and if I find they're a good deal, now I may not get them for $2.99 for a 10-pound bag or whatever I paid. But if I can get them 10 pounds of bags of onions and potatoes and stuff this year, I'm not going to do 30 pounds of onions for the freezer. I'm going to do 50. And I've already done more peppers. So what's the difference between the yellow squash and the zucchini? The crookneck squash is yummy. I cook it with zucchini. They taste a wee bit different, but not much. Great strawberry tip. What strawberry tip? I missed something. Can we send you seeds? Do you really want to send me seeds? I love you guys. I really do. But I got seeds all over the house. Look, they're everywhere. So, oh, they're cousins. It's harder. So is that why people can it? Do you can crookneck squash? Or would I freeze it like I freeze my zucchini? Homestead 3-berry jelly. Mmm. Yellow crookneck squash is harder. Do you have to peel it if you're going to stir fry it? The hair. Oh, there's snow coming or something. Freeze it like I do with my zucchini. You don't have to peel it. When making, add a tablespoon of butter when making strawberry jelly. It keeps the foam down. You don't even need it. Hey, Sally, you don't even need a tablespoon. You only need a half a teaspoon of butter. Do anything zucchini can do, just use it very young. Okay. I got pot seeds. We call it, no, Wendy, this isn't butternut squash, honey. It's not butternut squash. It's not orange, it's yellow. And it's like a cousin to the zucchini. It's a summer squash. Yeah, I put a bit of butter in my jam sometimes, if I remember. But so I've got 1 pound left and 2 in the freezer. So I'm pissed off because I didn't get Howie to check when he was in Food Basics to see how much the butter was. Because I'm going to have to stock up whether it's on sale or not. You know what I mean? We agree what? Don't skin it. Oh, you wish I could send pot seeds. Well, you need to bake a yellow squash casserole. Okay. Honey nut squash seeds. I've never heard of honey nut. I have yellow zucchini to grow this year. It's a really good squash. I tried growing yellow zucchini. I think I got 2 of them, and they were only about that big. My canned butter, it's getting expensive. I'm telling you, I think what I'm going to end up doing is taking those 2 pounds of butter out of the freezer tomorrow and making spreadable butter, because you can double it, right? You just make sure the butter's room temperature and you put it on the whisk attachment on high speed and you just drizzle in. Actually, I didn't do that last time. I just threw it in the blender. 2 pounds of butter with 4 cups of oil, threw it in the blender and poured it into Chinese food containers and froze it. Because you take 2 pounds of butter, and if you add something like light extra virgin olive oil or sunflower oil, you can make spreadable butter, and it's healthier than margarine. Margarine's $2.68 a pack. I was looking at Walmart online today. A 1 pound tub of great value vegetable oil margarine was $2.68 on sale. I just about crapped a ring around myself. I remember when we were getting butter, it was go on sale for $2.50 and you'd stock up. Daylight is getting longer. Take your vitamin D3 in the morning, kiddies. I love crookneck squash. It is a summer squash. Okay. I forgot what I was going to say. That's okay. Excuse me, I need to consult and fix my teeth behind the fan. We have a friend gives us candy roaster squash, which I cook down and freeze to add to my spaghetti sauce. What is candy roaster squash? You're saying things I've never even heard of. Oh, my fan's got a busted arm. Oh, well. That's what duct tape's for. I'm darn false. I don't have false teeth. But I should have. I'm losing teeth left, right, and center. Spinach stuffed spaghetti squash. Ooh. I'd like to see that recipe. Oh, God. Well, I don't can butter. Like, if you're going to can butter, you really should clarify it. Because if you have milk solids left over in the butter, it will go rancid. So, Howie had shawarma for supper yesterday. I treated him because if you think about it, it's a fairly healthy It's actually a healthy food because it's a flatbread with lettuce and pickles and pickled turnip and tomatoes and chicken and garlic sauce. It's like, how can you, think that's unhealthy? So, oh, I know. I know, but my own cousin Angie thought I had false teeth, which I don't. Crazy but not dangerous. Well, that remains to be seen. Sometimes I get heavy cream close to Best Buy date 50% off and whip it into butter with the food processor. Added benefit of buttermilk for free. Well, there you go. So, hey, Howie, how much was the whipping cream was on the same price as yours, right? It would still be, the whipping cream was on sale for $2.89 a pint. Now, that's a half a pound of butter, folks. That's a half a pound of butter. So it's still $6 a pound. But they don't mark things down like that around here. I canned about 30 pounds of butter a couple of years ago, time consuming, but boy, it was cheap then. Yeah. What is a Crenshaw? Never had a shawarma. Well, a shawarma, now I have a video on how to make garlic sauce. And a shawarma, okay, you take a flatbread, great big flatbread, and then you butter it with garlic sauce. And then I've got a video on it. And then you put chunked grilled chicken across the center and shredded lettuce and tomato, pickled turnip and pickles. And then more garlic sauce. And you roll that all up. And oh my goodness. I can find heavy cream too for $1. And well, see, you must live in the United States because dairy products here are nuts. You've made the garlic sauce. It's really good. As a matter of fact, I can't wait. I'm really hoping my garlic does really well this year because I put a bed of, I think, 20-some garlic cloves. I dug them up from where they were growing over wild from when I tried to plant them a couple of years ago. My Crenshaws are huge. I'm not going to grow any winter squash this year unless I do it somewhere over here where the bees, okay, you're not supposed to plant winter squash and summer squash in the same garden. But if I plant my zucchini out back, no, I'm not going to bother. I still got so much pumpkin, it's not funny. I've been wanting pickled red onions. Oh, garlic sauce is like, if I could afford to make garlic, it's better for you than mayonnaise because there's no eggs in it. It's just garlic, oil, and lemon juice, and I think salt. I love my Ninja blender that Briar got me for Christmas because it's like a food processor and a blender in one. And because it has the center spindle has 3 S blades in it. And it comes with a little shake size if you want to grind stuff smaller. I planted it 2 weeks ago, fingers crossed. Oh man, I couldn't have planted anything unless it's in the snow, which I've tried. Hey, Julie, how's it going? I know you're on a half acre, but is the surrounding area rural? Well, I'm not on a half acre, actually. I'm 1.01 short of a full acre now. But the land around me, when I say around me, I mean like a horseshoe, is owned on either side of me and all around the back by my neighbor. The thing is when I planted my garlic this fall, I was looking for garlic. I had just got up the last of the turnips and the parsnips. And I thought, geez, I don't have any garlic. I wonder if I needed garlic for supper. And I thought, I wonder if there's any of the stuff that I let go wild in it, because you never know. It's probably, you think it's going to die, right? Garlic's tough stuff. So I went and I stuck my hand in the dirt and I pulled up, and sure enough, I got heads of garlic that were rooting and sprouting. So just starting to sprout. So I planted them all. I planted like 40 of them, 20 of them, somewhere around there. So I'm hoping, and I hope next year I can go dig some more. I actually found garlic in my porch and walking onions. So the peepers. Oh, the spring sound of the frogs, the peeper frogs. Pam, what? What did I miss? Angela. I missed something. Hey, Angie, you're back. I get enough veggies to make chow chow, my grandmother's recipe. I like my zucchini, green tomato, onion chow with the curry powder. Was that ever good? And it's not hot. It's just really delicious. I don't think the garlic sauce can be canned, but I bet you it can be frozen. Now, I don't know. Do I make Gracie's food? No. She gets a special blend of grain-free stuff, and not all grain-free dog food is created equal. She gets something called Nature's Secret, and she gets about a cup of that a day. And if you notice, she's pretty tubby because she gets liver treats, and she gets the crusts off our pizza. And you've seen her. She eats a little bit of everything we do. So, unless it's got corn in it, she cannot have corn. Talking about sewing. I don't think you can can the garlic sauce because it's whipped oil, and garlic and stuff. So I'm really bushed. I'm really bushed. I need a chow chow recipe. We lost our copy and Mama never wrote down anything. I don't know how Gracie's ears are. Gracie, how are your ears? People are asking. Jessamine, where's Gracie? People are asking for you. Come here, babe. She gets really snuggled up with Howie because she misses him all day. Come here. Me say hi. Me say hi. You want a treat? Come on. Come here and say hi. Come here. Oh, Gracie. She came and said hello. That's it. When Daddy gets home from work, she's all his. She comes on my bed at night for her liver treats before bed, and then she sleeps with Howie all night. I get up, I make him breakfast. He goes to work, and then she crawls into bed with me. Hey, Tracy, how's it going? Hey, Katrina. I know. She's like so over her 15 minutes of fame, eh? She's getting old though, right? Like she's 7. She's 7. So, I think she's coming back. Gracie, you're hurting everybody's feelings. Couldn't care less. Hey, Tracy, how are you, darling? So, what is a square cutter? Yeah, what is a square cutter? I use a rotary cutter. But, yeah, Gracie Magoo. Yeah, Emma used to be Emma Lou. Peppy was Peppy Le Pew. Penny was Penny Pasta. Pixie was Pixie Dust. I couldn't tell you if it's for quilts or not. Oh, I'm glad, Tracy. I'm glad. Is a square cutter for quilting? I have no idea, FYI. Have no idea. But you know what, guys? I have editing to do before I sleep, and I would like nothing more than to go to bed right now. So I'm going to start putting these cards away. And for those who want to stay for the prayer, remember, this is non-denominational. If you want to leave, nobody's going to judge you. It is not for everybody, but it is offered to everybody. Okay? Oh, lunch meat from leftover chicken. Yeah, don't add gelatin after it's started to cool, or else the gelatin does have to be Put in hot water or it'll come out gritty. Well, we have been here for almost an hour. How are you going to miss me? Yeah, I'm going to edit the bread video. I have, now that it's cooled down enough, I'm going to go slice it and get a look of how it looks, because it's, well, you'll find out tomorrow. So for all those who care to, please help me. Well, you're going to come? Come on, come here. Come here. Oh, she sees, come here. Come here. Gracie, come on. Don't make me beg. Come on. Oh, there she goes. Let me see. Because you were shaking your head today. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay, I'm not going to bother it right now. I won't bother them right now. I'll do wipes at bedtime, okay? Yes. Are they bugging you today? Let me just look. I'm not going to touch, I promise. Oh, yeah, your ears need cleaning. Your ears need cleaning. Who loves you, baby? Who loves you, baby? I know Daddy loves you, but you know Mommy loves you too, right? You do know Mommy loves you, right? Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, does that feel good? Right down the backs of your legs. Oh, there we go. You want a cookie? You want a treat? You want a treat? Can you say please? Can you say please? Say please. Say please. Good girl. That's it. That's her please. But she used to bark, so I had to teach her how to do it with an inside voice. So, well, I'm going to see. Because I don't give her them that often. I usually just give her liver treats. All right. Now everybody's had a chance to leave who wanted to go. Let's take some nice deep breaths. Oh, I think the pizza's giving me heartburn. Hey, God, creator and source of all. Thank you, God, for my beautiful bread today. I took a chance on making it the way I did, and it turned out lovely. Thank you for the news from the cardiologist that Howie's doing really well. Thank you for the cold weather that is putting our trees back to sleep so that we can tap later. Thank you for all our friends and our family and those folks out there who come here every day, watching my videos, turning up to live streams so that we can lift each other up. What a beautiful community we've built, God. Please help us maintain it and keep it full of love, light, laughter, truth, and honesty. And God, we want a special mention for all the people that are struggling like our friend Martin, who's going to chemo after chemo after chemo, our friend who has bone cancer. You know, there's a lot of folks out there that are fighting, you know, Joe Mama's husband's COPD. All of these things are, you know, we keep you in our heart, and we know that sometimes the answer to our prayers is no. But when you say no, we always know you'll give us the strength to move forward with the next step anyway. So thank you, God, for keeping us moving forward, no matter what we face. And God, that mess in Ohio, the coal derailment, the chemical derailment, this stupid controlled burn. God, we're not stupid. We're not stupid. The earth is being poisoned, and it's got nothing to do with the climate crisis. They want us to have electric cars, yet they're puncturing tanks, pouring it into ditches, and then turning it into one of the most deadly gases. God, please protect those people. Please protect the people that are being plowed under by corporations and governments and you know, when God, just help us all, you know, help us not to focus on that horrendous stuff and to move forward knowing that you have another plan for us, that this is all just poisonous distraction from you, because we know, God, that if we're worrying, then we're not using our faith. Because when you're leaning on your faith, you got nothing to worry about. So God, may we all be able to lean on you. Lean on you when we're not strong. You're our friend. You'll help us carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Thank you, God. Thank you. Oh, man. Take care. God bless. I'll see you guys hopefully Sunday. It's going to be a busy weekend. It's been a busy week so far. I love you. Take care. God bless. And remember, everything always looks the darkest just before the dawn. So when things look really, really bleak, know that God has another plan. I love you. Take care. God bless.